of the 200 metres, puts up a length and a half, 2 lengths vacillator and extends. The Autumn Sun, 3 or 4 lengths in front. A serious racehorse. The Autumn Sun blazes in spring, bolts in 6 lengths.
Judge McDonald bypassed the Everest meeting this time last year and got that Group 1 Caulfield Guineas with the Autumn Sun for Chris Waller, obviously standing at stud at the moment. Ben Asgari from Racing.com is joining us on the Punters Lounge Live to preview the 4 Group 1s at Caulfield on a 10-race card. Race 1 just after 2 o'clock New Zealand time, and the TAB Spring Loaded promotion will be operating on it. But good morning, Ben. Hope you've had a bit of sleep, because it's a massive program ahead of you today to try and find winners.
Yeah, well, we got as much sleep as we could, having a young child at home and working at Cranbourne last night. But it's Caulfield Guineas Day and the sun is shining brightly. There's not a cloud in the sky. I'm just standing out the front of my house. It's actually in Caulfield. I'm not too far from the race course, and it could not be better conditions for racing at the moment. We know the breeze can pick up, but at the moment, I think we're looking at 18, 19 degrees, picture-perfect blue skies, and there is no wind, which is a good thing, because that means we're not going to have a racing pattern due to wind.
We certainly share and sense your excitement about the day ahead, and let's kick off our preview with the 1,000 Guineas, sponsored by Schweppes. Race number 6 on the card. Flit is $2.20. Lyre is at $5. You've got Acting at $8. Missile Mantra at $8.50. Is it all about Flit?
I think it is. I think clearly she should have won last time out. Now she drew a wide barrier. They went back from that wide barrier. Somehow ended up on the fence from, I think, what was the outside draw. It looked like it was going to be one of the great rides of all time. She cut through the field, was stopped in her tracks at about the 200-metre mark. I thought she was travelling clearly like the winner, and that was a race that was otherwise completely dominated on speed. I think a horse like Acting was really well suited by being on speed. Horses like Lyre and Missile Mantra were just too far back. And considering that Flit was, I think, a month between runs going into that race, probably too far back and had no luck at all. I think she would have won that race. I think she's going to have more improvement to come. I just think she's better than that opposition. If you want to play multiples, or you wanted to take some insurance in case she had no luck again because she has drawn towards the inside, then maybe the other horse with the Sydney form in Emeralds represents a little bit of value for multiples. But I think Flit is the standout chance on the program. I'm surprised that she's not odds on. I think she probably deserves to be odds on. I think you're only really betting whether she gets luck in running today, and I think she's going to be really hard to beat.
Yeah, it seems that the market's been just a little bit gun-shy. Everything about her says that she's going to be very, very hard to beat. Completely agree. The Caulfield Stakes is the 7th, and a horse that is going to be hard to beat, and that is Avilius. The market, in some respects, saying it's a 2-horse race with Homesman. How do you think this race will play out, and do we dive on into the $2.10 about Avilius here, Ben?
I'm not so keen to dive into the 2.10 about Avilius. I certainly think of the 2 horses that the market's identified, Avilius and Homesman, I'd much rather be with Avilius than Homesman. I thought Avilius was good winning the George Main third up. Well, he was better than good. He was really impressive winning the George Main. Now, he should be even better suited 4th up to 2,000 metres. His racing pattern, Caulfield, firm track, the presence of a couple of internationals. Of course, we've had Danceterius scratched, which is probably going to throw his Cox Plate aspirations into a bit of disarray, because he is a horse that improves with a run under his belt, Danceterius. I'm not sure what they do with him now heading towards the Cox Plate, but it's certainly not ideal. But I think Avilius is the horse to beat. I do think Galo Chop can improve third up. Now, he'll be rolling along on speed, making his own luck, and he's around that $9 or $10 mark, and potentially I think he can even turn the tables on Homesman Galo Chop. Whether he can beat Avilius, I'm not sure. He might just need a run at 2,000 metres before he's at his absolute top. But I think Avilius the one to beat. I'd much rather take the 220 or 210 available about Flit than 220, 210 about Avilius.
He's a bit of a sleeper, isn't he, Galo Chop, in the Caulfield Stakes? Okay, the Caulfield Guineas. A lot of discussion about the chances of Delasan, with Hugh Bowman picking up the ride over Raquel Clark. A horse in the last couple of starts seems to have floated before picking up the bit late in proceedings there, Delasan. Alligator Blood is $5, unbeaten 5 from 5. Then you've got Kubrick at 7, Super Seth 9. How have you assessed this one, Ben? Are you sort of with Delasan, or do you think a horse like Kubrick could come from and bring that sort of Sydney form and really shake this race up?
Yeah, I like the Sydney form. I'm not overly thrilled by the draw for Kubrick, but you just look at the record of the horses coming through the Golden Rose in past years. When it comes to 3-year-olds, the Sydney form is generally better. It's as simple as that. There's not a huge amount of Sydney formers here. Kubrick's just about it. You've got Subadar coming through the gloaming, but I thought Kubrick brings clearly the strongest form reference coming through the Golden Rose last time out. Now, I do think he was ridden a little close to what was a fast speed. I don't think he appreciated sitting third defence. I think I'll ride him quietly from a wide draw today. Now, that's going to be the concern, whether he's just spotting them too much of a start or whether he's potentially caught wide. But you're getting a price, $7 or $8 to offset that, and I think it's a fair gamble to given the barrier. So I think at the price I'd rather be with Kubrick. I do think Delasan will turn the tables on the horses that beat him home last time out, and Alligator Blood, and I think he'll beat the horses coming through those Melbourne form lines. And I do think he's the one to beat, but given the draw and the fact that I think the Sydney form is superior to that of the Melbourne form, I was happy to be with Kubrick at the price rather than back Delasan. The one that I think I can make a case for those pulling multiples or wanting to have a little something each way, I think you can get around $40 is Earthly Yield. Now, he wasn't far behind Kubrick in a JJ Atkins last preparation over 1,600 metres. He was actually pretty good in Brisbane first off against the older horses. He's going to be last. He doesn't have any early speed. But if the race sets up for a swooper, he could be one at a huge price stalling.
Nice little spruik there for horse number 14, Eric the Eel. Okay, to the two-rack now, and this of the fourth of the Group 1s has a very competitive market and field present. Night's Watch is $6.50. You've got Age of Chivalry well in commission there on the page that we're looking at now. Widgie Turf is at 11. Maha Amadeus is at 12. Right in commission there is Princess Jenny at $7, and Waging War there you can see at 10. What can you give us here for the two-rack, Ben?
Yeah, I'm keen on Night's Watch in this race. I thought he was terrific behind one of his key rivals in Age of Chivalry first up over 1,400 metres at Caulfield. That was a slowly run, low-pressure race that suited Age of Chivalry. Night's Watch was a bit unlucky not to win that race. Now, out of that slowly run, low-pressure race, he went to the Group 1 Maccabi Diva Stakes, and it was high pressure. It was a fast-run race early. And given he was 1,400 soft race into a fast-run 1,600, I just don't think he was ready for it. So I'm going to be forgiving of that second up run from Night's Watch. I think he's ideally suited third up, and I really like the fact that he's been kept fresh and kept to 1,600 metres this preparation. I think that is the key to the horse. They've tried to stretch him out over 2,000, 2,400 in previous preparations, and I just don't think he runs it out. So in the Chris Waller stable now, I think they've worked this horse out, keep him to a mile. Love the first up run. I can forgive the second up run. Back to a handicap, keeping him at 1,600, ready to peak third up. I think it's the perfect race for him. So I'm happy to be with Night's Watch. Keen to have something on him. I'm just going to have a little favourite huge choice on Cliff's Edge. A bit of hype about him earlier this preparation. Ran second to Mystic Journey in a PB Lawrence. He's a horse. He's a bit of a control freak. He needs to be out in front, has to lead or be outside the lead. If he gets those conditions, he's a much better horse at 1,600 than he is at 1,400. And I thought he was okay last time out in the Sir Rupert Clark, given the fact he wasn't able to control the race as he likes to do. So very keen to have something on Night's Watch, but the one at a big price now, small something each way, is Cliff's Edge.
Yes, certainly don't know that Cliff's Edge should make a good flatmate, aside from the fact that he's a horse, if he's a control freak. Ben, just before we get your best bets, can you give us some thoughts on the Herbert Power? A couple of New Zealand runners there in Glory Days, and the Chosen One and the Bostonian in the Scalacci. How do you think they'll stack up in their respective events today?
Well, I'm a big fan of Glory Days. It's a hard race for Herbert Power. You've got Steel Prince, who, of course, has that surprise baby form. I suppose the query is, do they want to win? Is there intent from Steel Prince today? Given the fact that if they win, he gets a penalty in the Melbourne Cup and he's already qualified. But Glory Days, she was really unlucky not to win the JRA Cup last time out. I think we'll appreciate stepping up to 2,400 metres. Has to be one of the leading chances, and wouldn't talk anyone out of having something on Glory Days at I think around the $8 mark. And the other New Zealander, the chosen one, looks set to peak, stepping up to 2,400 metres. Another horse with a really good chance. I thought was, you can make a case just a touch flat last time out, but the previous run was very good. Now might be really appreciative of the rising distance. And speaking of a rising distance, I think the Bostonian's going to appreciate getting up to 1,100. Things didn't work out in the Moya last time in. My main fear with the Bostonian is whether he just needs further than 1,100 metres still. But you can make a case for all three, particularly Glory Days and Tuesday. I might even have a little something on Glory Days myself today. I thought the run was very good without any luck. Probably should have won last time out, and seems to be flying this preparation.
Okay, thanks, Ben, for your thoughts. We will provide Ben Asgari's best bets, and we thank him for his time on the Punters Lounge live this morning. So Flit is his best, $2.20 there. Hugh Bowman riding in the 1,000 guineas. Other bets in the Caulfield guineas, Kubrick and Eric the Eel at prices $7.40 to 1 for Eric the Eel. So you would weight that accordingly. And Knight's Watch in the 2-rack, race number 9 at $6.50. Ben Asgari of racing.com, featured Victorian analyst here on the Punters Lounge Live.